Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's KB5MIQ Big Boy. Been kind of a rainy night and rainy morning here around Northeast Texas today. So, had a good visit with my buddy WD5HKV Jeff come by today. I had printed off some service manuals for him for a couple of his older Kenwoods. Tried to get him into paint mode, or FT8 paint mode as the group calls it, but he enjoyed seeing some of that, and we had a real good visit. Guys, hadn't got a real big subject today, but I'm going to talk about some email questions I've been getting about from new hams, mainly, looking for antenna suggestions to start out with in this hobby. Um, we've talked about different rigs and radios and things you might need to start out with. Ham radio cat, you just wake up. Come here. Come here. Come here, girl. Everybody wants to see you. Nope, nope, don't run off. Don't run off yet. There you go. She just woke up. She's been over here in the chair all afternoon asleep. Uh, there's all kinds of tips and things people are going to tell you for rigs and things like that. And I've had hams tell me everybody needs to start out with a commercial antenna. And me and Jeff talked about, we like to see people start out in this hobby simple and making their own antennas because it saves you some money. And it's a lot of fun to make a contact, especially a DX contact on an antenna you made yourself. I kind of look at it, I'm a hunter and a shooter and a reloader. Um, I never reloaded rifle shells till early 2000s. And then when I got into coyote hunting, I reload all my coyote rounds because I enjoy getting accuracy out of them and enjoy hunting with the round I made. Same way with ham radio. Uh, there's all kinds of antennas you can buy to start out with. Uh, Again, it gets back to your budget, location, and what you're looking to get out of ham radio. VHL stuff, largely with talkies. There's a whole bunch of different verticals you can buy that are some relatively inexpensive, some really expensive, depending on, again, what you're trying to do to get out of the hobby. Like I said before, if you live local and you just want local repeaters and a handheld will do what you want to do, go for it. But let's talk about HF right now, mainly techs and even new generals trying to get on HF. Uh, Homemade single band wire dipoles. Easiest, simplest antenna you can come up with. The formula for making them is in the, you'll have to learn it. I know in the general test, it used to be in novice test, but it's online. There's all kind of antenna calculators you can use. Um, as far as getting them off the ground, say you want to build a 10-meter dipole, single band 10-meter dipole. I've worked the world with single band 10-meter dipoles before. Uh, and you don't have a good way to get it off the ground. Hang it out of a tree. I've said this before. If you live in a fairly new house or have a new house being constructed, the stylish trend now is these really high peak roof houses where you've got a lot of attic space. And remember, half wave 10-meter dipoles, 16 feet and change, roughly. And you're supposed to get a half wave off the ground, 16 feet. Get up in that attic, hang that antenna from the rafters in a T configuration or a flat top configuration, fish the coax down through a closet where you're going to put your radio and get on the air. Now, saying that, probably going to have to do that in a shingle roof house. I don't much think a metal roof house, that'll have you too shielded. I don't think that'll work. Though lots of hams over the years has hung dipoles in attics of shingle roof houses. Another dipole, say you're a general and you want to, say, get on 10, 15, 20, 10, 15, and 20, 10, 15, 17, and 20, because I had a 4-band made like that. Same way as making a single band dipole. Cut you a single band dipole for each band. Generally put the longest one at the top, the shortest one at the bottom. You converge them all to the same point. All your one legs go here, all your other legs go here. Braid goes to one side, center conductor goes to the other. Your signal will seek out the closest 50 ohm match. So if you switch from 10 to 17 and the antenna is cut right and it's resonant, your signal will be just fine. You won't have any problem with it. I actually, still out in my shop, I won a homemade fan dipole at the club one time. I used it for a long time. Only thing that I would suggest, this one was made up where each dipole come down individually, which made it, to get the 20 meter out on top was the longest ones. And by the time you dropped them all down and kind of had a little space between them, your 10 meter ended up in a real sharp configuration. I actually took some PVC pipe and made spacers to where all of mine come down hanging in the same plane about that far apart. It worked great. Homemade antenna that you can save money on, get on the air with it. Does it have the same gain as a Yagi? No, it doesn't. Not gonna lie to you and tell you that. But when 10 meters is open, you don't have to have that. That wire dipole will work. I first got in this hobby, my first radio went down. I bought one of them Ranger 2950 25 watt mobiles, homemade dipole, worked Japan repeatedly with 25 watts and a wire dipole. Yes, I know I repeat myself a lot, and I want y'all just to get into this hobby and have some fun with it and learn it and go into it kind of slow. Now, I'm not telling you, if you've got an electrical engineer background or a telecommunications background and you already well versed in antenna principles, do what you want to do. Do what your pocketbook will allow you to do and location. I'm mainly talking about people who are new to the hobby, who may not have a lot of experience in either electronic technology, electrical technology, or even radio communication. Best way to learn. Start off slow and work your way into it. And I promise you, if you get into this hobby, you'll have plenty of opportunities to spend all the money you want to spend on this hobby. It can be addictive, and you got to be careful when you go seeing all the shiny junk at these ham fests. Guys, I had in the last video the link to that HOA Act. I think I'm going to put it back in this video again in case any of you missed it. Uh, Submit that paperwork. Even if you don't live in an HOA, anything we can do to help ham radio restrictions to get them lifted, it'll help all of us down the road. Uh, Personally, I would never live in a HOA. Well, let me rephrase that. I hope I'm never put in the position I have to make a decision about living in an HOA. You guys that live in them, I'm not knocking them. If you enjoy it, that's fine. That's great. I understand the HOA restrictions up to a point. I can understand I'm wanting to keep everybody's property values even and having a nice, pleasant looking neighborhood. You don't want one house that's falling in and grass growing up and beer can tree limbs out there. You don't want that when you're a bunch of nice houses. But I also have the same opinion. If I'm keeping my house neat, my yard cut, nobody should be able to tell me I couldn't put an antenna up. And in today's environment with cell phones, Wi-Fi, satellite TVs, you're not going to have neighbors complaining about the RFI issues we had in analog TV days years ago, landline telephones, the old 50 megahertz cordless phones, stuff like that. You're not going to have that problem. Uh, I can't think of a time my wife has ever complained about me talking on the radio and her watching TV, either when we was on Dish Network, Direct TV, and now we're streaming TV using a Starlink internet. So that's not as big a problem now as it used to be. I don't think HOA should ever been allowed to limit amateur radio antennas from people who live there. That's just my opinion, but I really don't think they should have been able to do that. And the bad thing about it, when you sign an agreement to live in one of them, I don't know how binding they are in court, but it could be a problem down the road. Uh, Personally, I live in a 1997 model redneck mansion, double wide, out here in the middle of nowhere, and I got 8 antennas up on the top of my house right now between the humongous off-center fed dipole running across the pasture down to my Starlink dish. So I don't want anybody to ever tell me I can't put an antenna up. So that's why I live in the country and not overly worried. If you come to my house, you're not going to see an ARRL picturesque shack, an ARRL super defined antenna farm, or a home and garden quality decorated yard to look at. You're going to see a redneck mansion with the yard's probably been mowed, and that's about it. So, but it's my place, and I like living like this. But guys, support this HOA thing. But anything we can do in ham radio to help it, to keep it going, we got to do it. The same way with the ARRL. Also, new guys, if you got any questions about an antenna or radio, my email's good in QRZ. I try to remember to put it in the description of my videos, and half the time I forget it, but it's always good on QRZ. Shoot me an email. If I can't answer it, I got a bunch of guys in the Hammerheads group. I bet I can get you an answer. But again, our answers are suggestions. We will never tell you you should do this because it's your money, your location, and your shack. We just want to help support you to get where you want to go. All right, guys, I've rambled enough for today. Got a couple more new ham fests at the end of this. You got a ham fest coming up, send me the info. I'll be glad to put it in here. And if anybody from Cowtown and Fort Worth is watching this, please let me know when y'all's ham fest is. I've attended it the last 3 years. Jeff's going to come with me this year, and I'd like to get it in my video. Guys, we're at 1991. I think we're going to have a really good giveaway when we hit 2,000. I'll break it all down when I get the giveaway set up here. But I'm going to let my subscriber count get to 2002, 2003, maybe 4, just to make sure I'm over 2,000, because Google's been doing this 3 up, 1 down thing for a couple of months now. Appreciate everybody enjoys listening to me and old ham radio cat. Wish everybody the best. It's KB5 MIQ, big boy. Let me get this thing where it'll turn off. 73.